Great and beautiful morning, afternoon, and evening to you all, wherever you are joining me at this hour. Welcome to 285 edition of Investdata Trading Academy live with Ambrose. Yes, today is the last trading day of the week, and I'll tell you that the market, despite all the data that are coming, good news that market is opening on a green across the globe. Most of the market are eating up this hour, which is a good news for we investors wherever you are this morning. It's a good one. Yes, despite if you look at what is happening in our NGS here, we are seeing a big trend up and down. Market open in the red, turn green, turn back. You can see this is also the power of what market reacting to profit taking. After you have seen your stock rally, but they are about to be what profit taking, and this is what is happening in our local market as we speak. Like I said, from top to bottom, if you look at what is happening globally, it's a good thing that investors are trying to redesign or kind of digest the outcome of the Fed meeting, and that of also ECB yesterday, that there was also a rate hike in that domain, and also the Bank of Japan also further cut rate, while we have seen earlier that China have done so. That have boosted stock interest or kind of activity, to impact the activities in that Asia zone, that environment, that the two major big economy in that environment are lowering costs so that they can kind of boost activities of of business in that area, and this has also supported the market in that domain, which I believe that many investors are happy in that environment to see that Bank of England keep their word. They are easing outlook in that environment, and that also have made the Japan stock to reverse in up direction. While Chinese stock also was supported by the recent rate stock and the stimulus bet, that okay, these are the things that is happening in in Asia zone as we speak. And even when people are expecting, or there's analysts forecast that this rate cut in this domain, especially in Japan and Russia and China, that is likely to slow down their economic growth. Let's wait and see. Don't forget that when others were busy increasing the rate, Japan were continuing into what is easing, and that has supported Japan even when others fixed income market was also being manipulated by rate by the central bank, but can still stability because Japan continue to buy both domestic bond and also government asset within this period. You can see how they manage that. That means for any economy, you need to define policy that suits your own environment. You must not copy. I believe I love what Japan did, that it didn't join the whole global economy, in raising rates. Just also we saw in China. Yes, China has been in a COVID-19 lockdown that was recently opened, and since then the economy has not shown much strength in recovery. But the recent cut in rate and also the stimulus that they are proposing will be that this also should kind of impact positively on their economy. Even when others are saying that it's going to slow down, I don't believe so. But let's wait and see. It's very, very important that we look all this to see where the economy around the globe is going. But coming back to European market, which is where the European Central Bank, there was an increase yesterday. But even when the increase in rate, we see that this morning, stocks in that market or market in that domain are also opening stronger on Friday as was the gains were also led by defensive stock. Most of them were healthcare companies that were seeing more new buying interest that also have supported this market. Just as we have seen how recently back home here, the buying interest in a banking sector as a result of unified exchange rate and the recent removal of the central bank governor. Can see how this also appeared out, and the trigger here was that from the banking sector, which other sector follow. We saw also when was announced what happened to the oil stocks, oil banking, oil stock then. But actually, you can see also what is happening now. That's that in any economy, there are some what news that will come of policy that will try to speak now. What is supporting the up market in Eurozone now is what interest in what in the healthcare stocks that to speak now. And this also as they continue to digest the outcome of what of the policy meeting that was held that same yesterday, and also looking at what is happening, we saw that US, the major economy, left rate unchanged, and that of England, say England, we're looking to see England at the same time. But for Eurozone, we saw that no, it was hiked by 25%. Why I mentioned earlier, before now, that in Japan it's still cost. You can see there is a mixed trend, and that's why I tell you that everyone is looking at what work for them. But because that of US is in quote what all eyes because the US central bank has a certain pace setup for them. Now that they pause, all we're looking at what will be the next move in the coming month of July. Why the chairperson for European Central Bank are also giving note that yes, they too may they might likely pause, but they look at what the outcome of what inflation before they can take that decision. You can see how we're seeing a different not before for 10 straight meeting we have seen Fed increasing it, but Foxing now has also kind of unchanged this trending has also changed the dynamic in that market as we speak. This is what is happening globally now in this market because all these rate movements are what also influencing flow of funds. But good thing is that now that in Eurozone we're seeing a kind of a breakout after the rate pause. That means we continue to rate hike. We're going to see what the analysis will look like and where is the fund going to flow from board. I told you earlier that the big healthcare company have supported this uptrend now after the policy adjustment in their meeting. But because also that of what is happening in Japan and also these are the trends we're going to analyze coming week how the market goes to board. Today I said market across the globe have opened on a positive note which is good and today is the last trading day of the week. For me it's not a bad thing for the market now. But if you look at also what is happening in the oil market, you can see that the oil has edged up again this morning, trying to wipe away the 2 weeks loss it has recorded, coming up to around 75.84 per dollar per barrel as we speak now. As a result of what this what's it called interest rate that was unchanged for US I would say Fed and also the increased demand for the weakened dollar are also supported China consumption. These are what have impacted price of crude oil or commodity market in terms of oil as we speak now. But the challenge here is that that's why when Pepe said there's a pause, if you look at what is happening again for the last we're seeing green prices after this continuing crisis in the Ukraine and Russia, even when the deal of green deal is still the end of July, we're seeing recently that the green price even in the US are starting to look up again. That tells you that if it's not checked, inflation must also trigger up. That's why we're seeing a slowdown nearly across board in terms of inflation. But with price of greens trying to look up again now, looking at looking at northward the direction, it might also affect what inflation and also crude oil price also going back to above 80. That's why the slowdown or the seeming GDP recovering or growth or kind of picture we're seeing in most of the economy is temporary because if we see also that this oil price go up above $80, that will trigger inflation again and they'll go back to the rich side. I know that when they say that the economy suffer for it. You can see what Japan and China is doing just to coordinate to boost their economic activities. If you come back here, you want to look back what is happening in Nigeria. Yesterday we saw our inflation figure that was released to move from 22.22 to 22.42. It shows that the CS is a slow growth compared to the previous month. But I'll tell you that inflation is still raising its ugly head, and that suggests that the monetary policy need to sit down now. Now that the new president or new administration are taking steps to make sure that things are addressed as they're just sitting ground running, I feel that they need to look into it because when you have kind of unify the exchange rate in an economy. Yes, there are bound to be improve activities in terms of government revenue. We also want to see activities in some especially in the financial market. But at the real economy, what is happening? We need to look at it because the real economy is one that support even the banking that support job creation. If this economy are suffering because of inflation of exchange rate, because the way it is, if I said anywhere that if this demand and supply mechanism that will determine what exchange rate. It's a very good position for which many analysts and economists are here in Nigeria. But we thank the new president for taking both steps to even yank the subsidy and at the same time able to unify this exchange rate. It's also looking at to work on the monetary policy. But I will tell you, monetary policy here they have to be a bit careful so that we will not shoot ourselves on the foot. When I mean so that at this point we have seen unified exchange rate trying to boost confidence, trying to attract foreign investors into the economy. But we want to see now inflation for the month of May has also hit high, almost at 22.40, 22.42, and interest rate as we speak now is 18.50. For me, if you really want to attract foreign investors at this time, if you increase your interest rate, at the same time you are hitting up what inflation, and also you are trying to put your economy to what a tight corner. Other mature economies, some are losing up on up their interest rate, that are cost interest rate, so that the economy can have access to cheaper funds to expand, to improve activities that also going to support the government revenue at the end of the day. But if you continue to tighten your policy, and don't forget that in any climate, no, the monetary authority cannot control exchange rates, inflation, and interest. These are price issue. That the duty of any central bank is for price stability and what employment, creating employment. And when you increase your interest rate at this point to attract foreign investment, either direct or portfolio investors, and you are going to put your economy in a danger because cost of expansion will be high. But if you also want to reduce your interest rate to kind of create a good economy, it's good. That means also government will not attract more funds because people will not give more to that because rate is what is low. But that will drive the economy. That's why they need to balance it. And also for you to check inflation, if you continue to increase even rates at speak at this point, we're going to hit up inflation because cost of production activities, doing business will increase. And if you look at our real situation in Nigeria, for those economies that where they are increasing rate and cutting rate, they know that their own is money push inflation they are seeing, but ours here is cost push inflation. That means if you go further to increase rate, you are also going to kill more, more industry, you kill the economy the more. That is why I said at this point, the government and its monetary policy advisor need to think twice what to do. Which I know they will also know a better way to put the economy in the path of progress. I believe that these are what all eyes are on to see what will happen in the next MPC meeting. For me, there's no cause for alarm, but we need to fix our eyes on those stocks that we expect to pull back in the market now. Because I said in this class that we are already in a sell market, that this market that is not a buy one, that investors should or traders should take profit. We see that also trying to repeat itself today. But the market is still very, very tight this morning. We're seeing market going up and down until the market close. But if you look at market breadth, you can even know that yes, profit activity is still there. And a situation where you see that the local stocks are the one dominating the gainer side or the green side of the market, says that it's a sign of weakness, and that is that momentum, that buying sentiment or uptrend, see momentum or upbeat momentum has slowed down, or as government unfold their policies, the analysis of this from different angles. They want to interpret the implication, they want to digest it and take action. Now that we have seen the special advisor to president, all eyes on to see the ministers, what's the that where are they going? And like I said, we have seen a good step taken by the unified exchange rate, but the angle that is very important in this area of monetary policy, area of what having a rising inflation, why interest rate is high, what will be the step that the government will take now. If you want to drive the economy, like I always tell you that we have to do 5 stages of the economy: the early expansion, the late early expansion, mid expansion, late expansion, early contraction, and late contraction. And it is this the first of your inflation, your interest rate, and your national output determine what as you speak now. Our national output is also on it's dwindling, it's not strong as expected. Despite that, we're still having we're still in great terms of economic growth. If you really want to boost your economic activities, it is good to look the way of interest rate. Bring interest rate down, and why inflation also naturally will come down. These are the things to support expansion. But if you really want to keep interest rate high and also want to fight inflation, it's not going to be possible. You must find a way to do that. That's why the government and the team will look at it. At that area, when that area is gotten right, I will tell you the market will rebound fully. But for me, because the market is having a positive kind of disposition or sentiment for the government, and see that the government policies or economic outlook are positive for the market and the economy. For me, it's policy statement of the government. I believe that this is the time for us to rebalance our portfolio to sectors where we see that yes, despite there's high inflation, high interest rate, that those sectors will still do well until we finally see where the government is going. I believe that government policy, the appointment of its cabinet, and also, as the agency to run, the more they make their policy clearer and give us the direction where they are going, implementing this policy, then the market will also move in that direction. For now, don't be carried away with the market in this level, but I believe the market will just slightly down. We don't market to go back as low as 48 again, or 30 again. But instead, the market will adjust a little and also continue uptrend as we start seeing more fundamental information that will support the market. We have seen another fundamental news now that comes from inflation figure is still on the high side, and the only way you can hedge against this inflation is only the equity space. Because if you look at what is happening in the physical market, the return there is still low, below 16%, even on all the bond yield, and also why treasury bill is also below 10 as we speak now, or around that 10. Why I believe that this is for me, if the only way we can hedge the inflation is through equity market. That means activities will be there. With this unified exchange rate now, we see that our market will become more cheaper for foreign investors. As they are coming in, they will change the face of the market. And also, you and I that are in this market, they are coming, we want to change our strategy so that we can make meaningful progress with them in this market, because they are very, very sticky, and at the same time very slippery that in their activities, in their decision, that anything can come from this government today. The next day you see them selling down, market will turn red. For profit taking, it depends from that situation. Why that you need to also be very careful when you are thinking that. Don't be greedy. Anytime you are make profit, especially this new dispensation we are going in terms of a trading environment, seeing the coming back of foreign investors gradually because of the unified exchange rate, we need to play careful in this market so that we won't get our finger burned at all in this season. I believe that new market is coming. New, like I said, they say new government, new strategy, new dispensation, new trading moves also will expect. And that's why for those that have not registered, I'm still happy that this morning you can see people registering both within Nigeria, outside Nigeria, more for this coming masterclass. If you have not done that, it's an opportunity for you to do. For those that are not member of the premium class, like I said earlier, you have a 10% discount. That's going to end on the 20th of June. For those that are members of the premium class, also have opportunity to enjoy the 25% discount, but it's going to end also on the 20th of June. That means after that you pay the real price of 50,000 naira for the training for the master class. That's the first of July. Like I said, we start by 8, we're closing by 4, and all the speakers are already preparing, and also they all calling to share what they have in mind. I see that this program that coming, yes, it will be the first of its kind, because we are seeing a change market environment at this dimension. We also have to change our strategy and our perspective about the market and how to go about it. You need to make up time and then endorse that day. Whether you go to your itinerary, make sure that that day is booked forward for the class, for the master class. I know that after that you have more confidence to invest and trade, and that also reflect at the bottom line of your portfolio at the end of the day. This is how to go about the market as we speak now. We need to be there right away as we speak. That is the only way you can stay ahead of this market, by investing with knowledge. And when you invest with knowledge, you make what beautiful information, beautiful decision. And that also reflects on the bottom line of your portfolio. But when you are guessing, I'm telling you, you do try and error. Even when the market is going up, you don't know when to sell. When it's coming down, you don't want to buy. But if you have your plan and you're trading your plan as a result of your investment objective or goal, you will always be better. You will always stay on the better side of the market, because you are not following the bandwagon up and down of the market, because you have something that is guiding you in this market. That is why I tell people that you must understand the market you are trading, and also invest with knowledge, so that at the end of the day, you will be in for what? For a good business, a good deal at the end of the day. Yes, back to the market now to speak. The market is trading around the 58,973.15. Market is down by 222.06, down by 0.38%. That is almost 0.4% as to speak. Yes, the market spread is still negative by having a 25 losers against 19 gainers. And this 19 gainers, I will tell you, is dominated by what? Look at stock, what I call most time kubo stock in the market. You need to also be very careful in this kind of market, where you see that the locals, the kubo stock are the one dominating the market. Like I said earlier at the beginning of this class, it's a sign of weakness, and also continuation of profit taking in the market, as we speak right away. But if you look at the top losers as we speak, you want to look at them. That's the Stanbic IBTC is losing 10% flat right now. We're also seeing Abebe building following. We're seeing John Holt also. We're seeing MC Nicole are the one also at the top gainers as losers as to speak. Sorry. Then if you look at the flip side, you can see that Wapik Insurance, which is a correlation, you can see also FTN Coco, you can also see Unity Bank and the Cornerstone Insurance and the NSL Tech. These are the top five gainers as we speak. Also, if you look at this stock, these are also penny stock also dominating the gainers. Like I said earlier, you can see that what is happening here. In others, I also that the source Stanbic IBTC is leading that position. But right away now, we're also seeing that no, the penny stock are the one dominating this situation as we speak right away. But if you look at the volume, in terms of volume, I'll tell you that we're seeing Living Trust Mortgage Bank is one also leading in terms of volume, 100 and 79, 179 traded in terms of volume. I can see that that is what the stock is doing now. Sorry, 107.4 million share traded so far. But as you know, Access Bank also have traded no 31.8 million share at 14 naira 30 kobo, followed by UBA 25.42 million share traded so far at 11.40. Also seeing Zenith Bank followed by 21.65 million at 30 naira 90 kobo as we speak now, and while Jaiz Bank is also followed by what 10 that is followed by 10.58 million share traded, at this, sorry, not Jahid Bank, Japan Gold, sorry, Japan Gold. As you can see, these are the terms in terms of volume that we're seeing right away. But before we go to the chart, let's just quickly look at the audited account that came from RO2B school as at 2022. Financial year ended December. This number will tell you, this number look a bit good because we are seeing that the company is coming out from a loss position to a profit right now. But we need to be very careful. This company is coming out from a loss position to a profit position. How long will you want to see them bouncing back fully? Because to speak, the company operating cash flow has declined from almost 1.5 1.6 billion to 344 in terms of cash flow. But if you look at the top line, yes, it looks a bit impressive. You see that the top line moved from 11.7 billion to 17.83 billion, which is good for me. That is a good one. But if you look at the PAT also improved from a negative of 766.43 million to 123.35 million. You can see this is an improvement, and they also translate to a 10 kobo earning per share against a negative 65 kobo earning per share. These are the state of the one. Why the company, as we speak, still have accumulated loss of about 12 12.17 billion as we speak, and this has also translate to a negative shareholder fund about 8.06 billion for the current financial year ended the last financial year ended at 2022. Yes, we are seeing price movement in that stock up and down, but with this number, if it's sustained, now they are back to profit, it might signal return to business, and that also important. But for investors, I would advise that you have to be very careful in this kind of company, this local stock, and yes, they are coming back from negative position. You need to watch first, follow this number before you can jump in fully. But with this movement we're seeing now, you have to take with caution so that you won't be kind of hooked in this kind of position when it comes to what when it comes to price movement or investing objectives. You know why to be in that stock. Yes, quickly we're looking at our chart because of our time. I want to come back to this chart. It's very, very important for us. If you look at what is happening in the market right away, like I said always, I always tell you this class that you enter the market, look at where is the direction of the what of the chart, or call it either index action or price action, anyone you want to call it. Where is it going? But if you look at this index action now, I see that we are seeing a kind of a distribution phase. Market already entering a distribution phase, and that will lead to what to a decline. At this time, we are seeing that market has pulled back. Yesterday, that trend is still sustaining. Yes, it's not as big as the market as what we saw yesterday, but market is still trying to extend that negative trend we saw yesterday in terms of profit taking. But we need to call up our indicators to let us know if this market is still have a momentum to rebound today, or we're still going to wait to see what is going to be what will happen next week. Let's go back to our indicators and call them up and see how this market is performing at this hour. At this moment, I want us to look at the ADS. Let's call our ADS right away. Today, I'm not looking at MACD. Let's call our ADS and also look at the money flow and the money flow. I'll look at our C line. We need to change our C line to what? To it's. You can see that if you look at the index action now for a day chart, you can see that it's still above the T line, but already there's a sign of what is sell down here, profit taking. And if you look at your ADS will say yes, the ADS is reading around the 39, which is a good one. But if you look at this blue line and the red line, there's already a curve, a sign of weakness that once this blue one crossed the down one, that will confirm the negative position. You can see now for now that since this market break out this this trend line now up again, you can see this breakout it has remained up even when the market kind of a trend here, a lot of profit taking and we'll call it strong phase before this markup remain up. When the markup is it up now, it's coming back because of this pullback. Watch once also this start coming down again. But also if you look at your money flow index for today, since yesterday, you can see that it started looking down already, and the market today closed almost 99 99 sell position compared to the buy position as at yesterday. That trend is what we're seeing this morning already. Money flow is looking down around the looking down to lead around 80 from 83, 82, 81 going down is a sign. I need to watch very well also. But we look at other time frame to confirm the position of the market. We'll start from 1 hour chart. 1 hour chart has confirmed that the market is weak. Actually, the market is slightly below the T line. I can see that what I told you earlier, that the momentum, behind the trend is already, on a weak position. Actually coming down already here. You can see once this blue one cross this one, and also money flow can see quick with one. This is a 1 hour chart. We are saying price for today. You can see for the few hours, you can see that market open that been in red and also much slightly below the T line on a 1 hour chart. Quick one, look at the 15 minutes chart. When I look at the 15 minutes chart, also look at 15 minutes chart tells you that so even since how many days you can see even since the market open, you can see that men are below the T line here, and you can see already that the bear situation or a weak situation are come on 15 minutes chart. That is that as we speak now, have to be very careful. It's on what on a sell situation we're seeing most of the market. That's why the lead indicator is on this position. Consider the red one across up and below, blue one is down. Tells you that something also happening in the market as we speak. The momentum is coming weaker. But finally, let's see our 5 minute chart how it's going to look like. That will give us a clue. In the last 5 minutes, market has remained, can see how far from here all this way. Market has been weak even when it goes up, and they can see that the red ones are above the T line, above the blue line, and you can see the money flow looking down. But to trade with caution, like I've said that this market is a sell market. After this selling, went out. Don't forget that the month of June has already been a dicey month. This month and month of sell down, but because we saw that scenario that that play out now has changed. If that's why we are seeing market in the month of June changing. For the past 5 years, we have seen that June has closed down in red. But because of the new government and their police, statement and also action that we are seeing, like confidence is coming back gradually to the market and the economy. That will pray that if they sustain this tempo, we sustain strategies and also improve on implementation and also start unfolding policy guidelines that will help to maintain what we are seeing right now. That will bring more hope to the market. This profit taking we are seeing now will not last. After that, we might see a rebound, especially when more fundamental. We have seen one of the fundamental news yesterday about inflation. Also, all eyes will be on what the number will be in July, and that same July we expect to see also another MPC meeting coming up to give investors a clear direction where the government and its policy, especially the Central Bank of Nigeria, will tell us where they are heading to. Yeah, look at the gainer chart, which I feel like is dominated by what by the low cap stock. For people, you can look at what is happening, in Wapik Insurance. If Wapik will sustain this move we are seeing in Wapik, will it be sustained? We want to see now, if Wapik will sustain this trend, this coronation. For me, or even on 5 minute chart, I've seen good momentum for this stock. You can see that here, you can see that the blue line is above, momentum is there, while the red, you can see the impact, opposite of what we are seeing here now and what we saw on the index of the market. Let's quickly go to a day chart to see what is happening in what peak. You can see it here that this local stop, you can see how many days that remain on up direction. Momentum is increasing and money flow is almost 80, 78. You can see here what is happening here. There is strong momentum in this stock. If ADS is trading as we speak around the 30.72, it's a good month for this stock for me. Let's quickly look at the 1 hour chart for this stock. On the 1 hour chart, very, very strong. You can see that the last green candle is very, very strong and full. So I will see. Yes, that's why also we're seeing momentum here. Looking at momentum here, you can see that it's already looking down, but we believe that it's still very, very strong. But money flow, this 1 hour chart. Don't forget that general market we're seeing profit taking. But let's see what will happen before the close of day and also next week to see what is happening in this market. Quick one, want to look at what is happening in the Ikeja Hotel. We have seen Transport Hotel making a bigger jump. Let's see what is happening in the Ikeja Hotel as we speak now in Nigeria here. The service company, Ikeja Hotel on the 1 hour chart are giving a sign of also profit taking. That you can see it here. You can see also coming down. You can see the profit taking, and while the money flow is still slightly above, slightly above the slightly above 50 on the 1 hour chart for the stock. We look at 15-minute chart for this stock right away now. 15-minute chart for Ikeja Hotel is showing, yes, recently we are seeing green there, and also, but I'll tell you there's already sign of weakness of profit taking. We have to also play with caution, but don't forget that the markdown date for this company is still far. But the one for 30 and 7 kobo dividend is still a lot for so that selling below what? Below 4 naira. I believe 1 for, but investors or traders have to be very careful in this situation. Yes, because of our time, we quickly look at another store that is on this beginner start. Let's look at let's see what FTN Cocoa is doing. What is driving this stock? We need to look at it. FTN Cocoa, what is driving the stock? FTN Cocoa, we need to see what is driving the stock right away before we take any decision. FTN Cocoa, we need to consider what is driving this stock and what can investor do. These are penny stocks that kind of taking a chart of the market. You can see a strong momentum in that stock. You can see where it's coming on this way. But since it broke out the T line, I've been bringing up and down the T line all this while. But since it broke out the T line, you can see it remain up. Even when it tested it, bounced back. For me, it's a good what we call a J curve here. J curve here for me is a good one for the stock. After trying to cool down, a bounce up again on that one. It's a good one. Our money flow is straight going coming up almost 68. But don't forget, investors will also learn how to take profit in this kind of stuff. Once you let's look at the 15-minute chart for this stock. 15-minute chart for this stock still very strong on 15 minutes. I will not say is a fearful sign. Even on the 5-minute chart. That means for me, if you are still this stock, you can also watch and also don't be greedy. You want to take profit from this kind of situation. Quickly look at what is happening in Access Corp before we finally call it a day for today. We look forward to see you in the live class tomorrow, hopefully by tomorrow by 12 noon tomorrow. Yes, as we speak on the 5-minute chart, I see that profit taking is still going on in what in assets below the T line. And you can see here that there's already a sign of weakness. See volume here, red. People actually said the money flow is reaching almost 27 on the 5-minute chart. If you look at what is happening in 15-minute chart for, I said the same thing. Also saying that the profit taking is also taken on the asset. I mean, we have to wait for assets next week to see a full rebound or a gradual rebound for assets. This is where we should pay our attention to, for us to see where the stock will go in the new week, especially as well as on all these banking stock that have rallied to pull back for us to take another position. Let's quickly look at the 1 hour chart before I call it a day. 1 hour chart, you can see that green one, red and small green, but still already see that the momentum is coming down. Even when ADS is reading around 61, And once this blue one cross this one down, it's a sign and money flow is already coming down. Still relatively high at around the 75, but you can see where it's coming from. Almost as high of what here, almost look at it, almost 100. But that's a sign also weakness for Access Bank. But not really that the bank is weak, but because of profit taking activities from what from the stock as we speak now. On this note, I'll say thank you for your time and for staying tuned on with us for this week. Say see you next week, hopefully by God's grace, and enjoy the rest of the trading day. For those that want to take advantage of the discounted window, go ahead and pay and also enjoy your 10% discount for non-member of the premium class and also and the premium class members 55% discount. See you tomorrow for those in premium class and others will see on Monday, hopefully by God's grace. Enjoy the rest of your trading day. Bye.